transition.
Yes.
When you're used to, I've grown up this way, I've done it this way before living here, and now to do it this way, I'm like, okay, I want to do it like this. But then I struggle. I want to only do it once a week, you know?
Well, I'm actually a little bit critical with my wife because she's like that, But I want her to have another life where she's interested in other things, probably like yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
You want to spend less time shopping.
Totally.
So you can have a life playing volleyball. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it seems the ladies here don't have. Like it's great for the guys, I guess, but I don't see many of the ladies here with families going, all right, I'm only shopping once a week here because guess what?
I've got other issues to
roller
do.
derby every week, like we're talking about online.
Yeah.
This is what I do. This is what I want to do. Is go and I don't know.
That's totally me. I mean, I struggle between having to entertain my son during the day and making sure dinner is on the table, and which I'll admit doesn't happen every day. And also, I mean, I do have my own hobbies, and I sew. That's my thing. I like to sew. So I like having my time for that. And if it means shopping every day or shopping once a week, I'll admit I probably go every 2 or 3 days between on-base shopping and what I can get down the street. So, a little housewife experience for you in Japan.
As a man, that sounds too much work already.
Well, thank you for saying that.
Hey, isn't it your birthday tomorrow?
It is tomorrow. The big 2-9.
Have you been? Did you go shopping?
Well, the problem is
Don't ruin it. It's on tape.
How do you shop for someone who can buy themselves whatever they need?
I know.
That's the
I am
issue.
appreciative of that. Thank you, babe. You do provide a nice lifestyle for me.
So I have to think outside the box for what can actually entertain her on her birthday, and I've got some plans that I'll discuss with you offline. But otherwise, she's gonna have a very busy day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Brunch and pedicure. That's all I know. After that, it's all on him, I guess.
Okay, Kyle. When it's your birthday, do you ask of anything?
He doesn't. His birthday is just a couple weeks before mine.
Okay.
And he doesn't.
Are you guys
ask
Leos?
for much.
Yeah, Leos.
I'm on the cusp.
Wow.
But I think I'm a Leo.
But yeah, my idea of a perfect birthday is sleeping in, grabbing a beer at 9:30 in the morning, and doing absolutely nothing until I go to sleep.
I mean, you had to work. You had to work, so I couldn't really
and that was the
do
thing,
much for that.
One of the Japanese nationals that work with us down there at the base actually made me a cheesecake, and we had a nice little birthday party up in my office.
I guess this cheesecake there was no leftovers, because none of it made it home.
Nope.
Damn it.
It's cheesecake. Yeah. There's never any leftover cheesecake.
But yeah, it's been one of those things.
Yeah, well, hey.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, you guys seem... Are you married?
Yeah.
Happily married, okay?
I wouldn't be
Well, my parents are still together, happily married after 1,000,000 years.
That's awesome.
I can't remember. I think I remember once my dad buying my mum a gift for a birthday, like one of those horrible bastards that one day and in 50 years of marriage buys a set of like crockery or something, like cups.
Yeah.
You know, because but it's sort of I've grown to realise, and I'm the same when it comes to my wife's birthday. I either buy the worst clothes that I think is good on the day, but the very next morning is total shit.
Yeah.
And it was never a good idea, and it's like so stupid, and she's angry with me because I've wasted all this money, and I realised that it was just I was pressured into a corner, like, what do I buy? I don't know, you know? Yeah. Okay, but I've grown to realise that there are two kinds of, say, guys, or there are two types of types of, what am I trying to say? Times in your life where you're the douchebag that buys flowers and all this kind of crap and overdoes it, but it isn't even the girl you spend the rest of your life with. But then there's the girl that you spend the rest of your life with who you just sort of, listen, I don't know what to get you.
Yeah.
And we're going to bumble through the actual day of your birthday, and just like it was a normal other day. I still love you, right? You still love me? Yeah, good. We're still happening.
That matters.
I would say Kyle is usually the guy that beforehand is like, so what do you want? And I'm like, it's the day before, and you'd be like, I need to make a trip to the store, and I'm like, okay. But I am pretty thankful in my day-to-day life that every month I can pretty much say, hey, I want this, and he's like, go for it. So
Right.
I am reminded of that on my birthday, that, you know, this is the guy who tells me yes on more than one occasion, and he hardly ever says no. So for that, I remind myself on my birthday that that is okay in my book.
Good.
More than okay in my book. So
Yeah.
just the other day, for no reason at all, he brought home flowers. So
Oh, look
that
at
was
you, Carl.
sweet. And it doesn't happen, it's not like it happens 5 times a year or anything, but when it does, it's definitely...
You could
That-
probably
it's
get
that
5
one.
years
A+.
out of that.
Yeah, it's that once a year experience.
No, that I
Excellent.
mean, that's all I need, though. I mean, on a daily basis, I know that he loves me, so...
Did they have a Lawson tag on them?
They do.
It did. He
It's
was
a very
making,
nice Lawson.
Making a
He
beer
was
run.
making a Chuhai run, for sure.
High five!
You know what? We found a caterpillar on him today.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
We-
we're gonna
we kept
raise
the
that into a
caterpillar.
beautiful butterfly.
Paxton's going to be pretty excited about it in the morning.
Nice.
So it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, butterflies.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think the only time I've really ever said no to her is when we were still in San Diego. You know, she got really big into the baby wearing thing, where they wear baby wraps to carry their kids around. It's
Is
like
that a
this,
thing in Australia?
Baby wraps.
Yeah.
like this old
Oh,
primitive
carrier.
thing.
Yeah, like a... Yeah, but
Yeah.
not the... Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So
Okay.
she went out she went out and paid like $300.
It was not that much.
I over exaggerate everything. So for this case, it's still going to be $300.
They could be that much.
She-
But this one was not.
She stayed up all night being like, I need the fastest internet possible to bid on this $300 carrier. And then she won it. And then, like, she's so excited. She's like, I'm going to wear this thing. I don't even need... don't even bother buying me a Christmas present because this is all I care about. And then a week later, she's like, oh my God, another color came out. I need it. So I was like, fuck no. Get a job.
And I did.
Yeah,
I created
Yeah?
my own home-based business.
Did you... Then,
And
and then you
funded
owned
my
2?
own vice. What was that?
Then you owned 2 of these things? Is that what you're saying?
I then bought all of my own after that. I started sewing. I mean, yeah,
Wow,
actually.
okay.
I mean, I used to sew in high school, and then I started sewing more, and I sold wallets. And wallets and these
Yeah.
purchases funded my baby carrying addiction
Yeah,
for
wow.
And
quite a while. Now my son's too old. I don't want to carry
yeah,
him.
you know what baby wearing is now for us? It's him riding on my shoulders and his sweaty ass
Yeah, now
legs
you
all
do it.
over my
Yeah.
neck.
And no diaper
Burning up.
anymore. To
Yeah, no diapers,
Oh, yeah,
there's no
happy days.
padding. Just burning up with this hot human being on my
He's
neck.
your son. You love him.
I do love him, but he's heavy.
Hey, what's the temperature? In Australia, we don't have this humidity.
You
know,
don't
this-
have this humidity?
No.
Oh, thank
it's
God.
more, everyone says it's a dry heat, so if it is
We'll be
35
fine in
degrees or
Australia.
33, you don't sweat if you're indoors. Like, this place is a bit like...
We can't stand it either. So where we're both from, Las Vegas is a very dry heat, and then Southern California is pretty dry, but San Diego has a little bit of humidity, but nothing noticeable like this. Like, it's enough for your body to be like, oh, look,
Yeah,
humidity, but not like
yeah.
I have
sweating
Just like
as
getting
soon as
out of the
you get
shower,
out of the
putting
shower.
on clothes, and you just have to change your clothes again.
yeah.
Yeah, not
I
like
have
that.
Apple. I have Apple weather pulled up right now. It's 11 o'clock at night. It's 88 degrees outside, but with 69% humidity, it feels like 100 degrees outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't stand this
It's hot today.
humidity.
Which, this brings me back to the deployment days. I have to tell you about this because it was a great time in my life. I deployed to Kuwait, which is a country that borders Iraq. I'm sure you've heard
Yeah.
about it from the
Yeah,
Gulf
yeah.
War and everything. Kuwait, during the day, can get up to about 120, 130 degrees. And factor in humidity, and it is the most miserable thing possible.
Yeah.
Well, where I was deployed to, there was a nice little walk between where our bunks were and where like the toilets were and where the showers were. Nothing was connected. They were all, down the street from each other. Gravel, rocks, everything. It was just a miserable place. It was one of those things where you would walk to the shower, you would sweat in the shower because it was so hot, and then you'd get back to your bunk and feel like, I just sweated through my clothes, I need to go shower again.
That sucks.
Miserable. And that's kind of
That's the life.
That is the life for, 6+ months out of the year.
And what about the other 6 months?
Oh.
Does it get cold?
Well, that's the thing, is like, in Kuwait, cold out there is like 80, 85, 90 degrees. So when it gets down to that temperature, they are bundled up, freezing their asses off. When in reality, that's how it is here right now.
Right, so their body changes to
yeah,
suit.
they're adapted to the hot weather, kind of like how we were discussing earlier, how we're adapted to the warmer climates.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's
I couldn't think of anything worse.
It's miserable.
And when I get on a train here, and I want to go one place, because of the humidity and the heat, I want to go home as soon as I can.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that it stops all kind of, like what we were talking about before, with being an Australian, I could run inside of the house.
Yeah.
In my day, we've got a car, but there aren't even trains on the Gold Coast, really.
Really?
So I could do, say, 7 different things. My entire day is like, do whatever I want. There's no culture. So it's just like, want to go here, want to go here, want to go here. Surfing, whatever, work. After work, go whatever.
Yeah.
Absolutely anything. But here, get on a train, get there. It could be one of these podcast shows or something I really want to do. And I get there, and as soon as it's finished, I'm
drained.
instantly sweating. I just got to get home, man. And I think it just changes the people's culture here, because it'd be all the same. Like, just one thing. You do one thing and get home as soon as you can.
Yeah, that's how it was even tonight, just going out to dinner in the haunch. Like, we parked on base, we walked off base to the haunch, sweating by the time we got to the restaurant, sweating inside the restaurant because air conditioning can't keep up with humidity. And then all of a sudden...
Hang on. Sorry. Oh, listen to me. This ruined your speech because I'm dying for a beer.
Oh, let me go get one.
Yeah?
Talk. I'll get you one.
Yeah, so you sit there and sweat inside these restaurants because their AC can't keep up with it, and then all of a sudden you're just drained because you've been sweating through your clothes the entire time you've been eating dinner, and it's like, hey, do you want to do anything else? No, I want to go home and hop in the AC, take a shower, do something,
and just sit in. Okay, we're a Celsius country.
Are you?
Mine is 24 degrees. I just know it flat out. If it's 23, too cold.
Yeah.
If it's 25, too hot. Oh, my neck's sweating.
Yeah.
Right? It must be 24. What's your degree? What's your Celsius?
Oh, Celsius.
What's the perfect? Thank you so much for that.
Anywhere in the 70s.
Well, that's 70 degrees Celsius.
I've got it
like
down to the
burning up
actual
in-
No,
number.
70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, whoa.
I'm telling you this for a reason, because I know it's 24, and in Japan it's Celsius. Like the the AC here is in Celsius, right?
Right.
So, look, I don't want to make this a dumping on Japan thing, because we all love the place, right? We're
Oh,
here.
totally.
So, but it's good to bitch about stuff, isn't
Oh,
it?
of course. Especially when you're a foreigner like we all are.
Anyway, so what I noticed about Japanese air cons or the people is like, I'm like, man, I'm just so hot.
Yeah.
And it's either the aircon is great in some places, like you're in the haunch tonight, it wasn't good, right?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Well, it
Some
also has,
places
like,
I'll go to and
a
I
lot
can
of
see the
people.
aircon and they've set it on 27.
Oh,
So the aircon is on because outside it's 34,
Yeah.
but because it's 27 and I know I need 24, it's 10 times worse.
that's funny. We've learned
Oh,
to
man.
set ours mostly to 26.
Yeah.
26 is like our comfortable, mostly because the power's expensive here, and we could prefer it to be cooler, but
Well,
26
still
seems
in
to
the
be our
game.
comfortable. But yeah, 27 seems to be, there's so much more, there's not as much variable as us coming from Fahrenheit, we're like, I mean, we could be between like 74 up to like 80 degrees. Where here it's like 1 degree, and we're like, oh my god, I'm sweating balls now.
Yeah.
What is going on? There's just not a much. And when I try to